In March 2020, Orion, SolarWind's flagship network monitoring software, pushed an update that contained malware. This malware gave hackers remote access to organizations' networks, allowing these hackers to extract information from computer systems. This breach remained undetected until December 2020 when FireEye, a cybersecurity company that uses Orion, found one of their systems to be compromised. FireEye's investigation led to the discovery of SolarWind's backdoor. 18,000 of SolarWind's clients downloaded the malicious software update. It is unconfirmed the exact number of networks that have been infiltrated, but it is known that the Department of State, Treasury, Commerce, Energy, National Institute of Health, and Homeland Security were all victims. Private companies were also hacked, with Microsoft reporting 40 of its customers compromised. After the malware was downloaded, more active attacks were waged by hackers, infiltrating computer networks further. While it is unconfirmed how the hackers were able to push this malware, one possible method was simply knowing the password to SolarWind's update server. Security researcher Vunath Kumar told Reuters that the password to SolarWind's update server was literally SolarWinds 123. In a joint hearing before House Oversight and Homeland Security committees, former SolarWinds CEO Kevin Thompson blamed an intern for this password. The intern was also blamed for having posted the password on their GitHub account. This password was publicly accessible online since at least June 2018. We don't know if this password insecurity was what was exploited in the hack, but it speaks to the lack of security culture in SolarWinds. It is important to keep in mind how large the damage potential was for this hack. With all 5 branches of the US military, State Department, White House, NSA, 425 of the Fortune 500 companies, all top 5 accounting firms, and hundreds of universities being clients of SolarWinds. I'm not trying to hint that these organizations were victims of the hack, we don't know at this point, but rather I'm trying to emphasize how much damage a supply chain hack, the term for this type of hack, can do if just one organization in that chain has weak security infrastructure. So what is a supply chain hack? This means that a hacker is able to access the system through a third party that has been granted access to the systems and data. A 2019 Accenture survey found that over 60% of cyber attacks originate from security vulnerability within a supply chain. In the context of this case, it means that SolarWinds was not the target, but was hacked in order to gain access to a larger target, the US government. How much damage was caused by this hack or how much information was compromised is still unclear. Currently, there is no indication that any classified networks were penetrated, but the investigation is not concluded yet. In a rare joint statement between the FBI, DHS, NSA, and Director of National Intelligence, it was stated that so far this hack appears to have only been for espionage purposes. Investigations are still ongoing, and there is still plenty of new information about the hack coming out regularly. What is known is that this hack was spearheaded by another nation, likely Russia. There is evidence to show that the hackers released some innocuous code back in October 2019 as a trial run. Once that innocuous code was proven to be efficient and effective, the hackers deployed malicious code 6 months later. Additionally, the hack was done from completely new and unique infrastructure that had not been seen in any other cyber attack. The resources and maintenance needed for this infrastructure, as well as the meticulous and deliberate nature of the attack, is what led many cybersecurity professionals to believe this was done by another nation. Trump administration Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Attorney General Mike Barr, the FBI, DHS, NSA, and the Director of National Intelligence have all pointed the finger at Russia, widely believed to be specific to APT-29, a Russian hacking group tied to Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service. This is based on APT-29's usual methodical intelligence gathering operations, its history of engaging in electronic espionage, and similarities in tactics and techniques to other known Russian hacks. These previous hacks were the hack of the Democratic National Committee prior to the 2016 presidential race, and in July 2020, US and UK hacks that targeted organizations researching the COVID-19 virus. So how has the US responded? While president, Trump made very few remarks on the hack, his first public comment being a tweet suggesting China may be to blame, contradicting Mike Pompeo's statement given earlier that day. However, not a single security organization has supported this claim, and Trump has yet to provide any evidence. With the lack of response from Trump, the responsibility of responding to the hack has fallen on President Biden. Prior to taking office, Biden said, quote, "I want to be clear. My administration will make cybersecurity a top priority at every level of government, and we will make dealing with this breach a top priority from the moment we take office." Despite Biden's harsh rhetoric, by international norms, Russia did nothing wrong, really. It is normal for countries to spy on each other, and the US has regularly failed to retaliate against espionage operations, such as China's hack of the Office of Personnel Management, and the previous Russian hacks of the DNC and COVID research centers. As of February 23, 2021, all the Biden administration has done is announce they are preparing to impose sanctions to punish Moscow for the SolarWinds hack and the near-fatal poisoning of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny. However, the US already has a myriad of sanctions targeting Russia for previous breaches of international amity. Imposing more sanctions will probably not stop Russia from attempting to hack into organizations for espionage purposes. The Biden administration has labeled this hack as, quote, indiscriminate and potentially disruptive, in order to distinguish the Russian hack from any kind of espionage the US also conducts. But once again, this semantic difference just highlights the fact that cyber espionage has become an international norm. More than anything, this hack has shown that the US needs to prioritize shoring up defensive capabilities of our digital infrastructure.